It is time for our Behind the Mic segments here on Kansas Sports Chatter, an opportunity to get a sneak peek at some of the broadcast setups across the stage from one of the many great broadcasters here in Kansas. And the guest today is going to be Sean Boston. He is the radio voice of the Hutchinson Community College Blue Dragons. And at the time of recording this segment, he's getting ready to call a national championship, an NJCAA national championship for the Blue Dragon football team as they get set to take on Iowa Western. So hopefully by the time this one airs, Sean, Hutchinson will be celebrating another national championship. But for you in Canyon, Texas, the side of the national title game, how's Texas treating you?
So far, so good, Cole. First, thanks for having me. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Got down here Tuesday afternoon, went to the press conference, kind of just hung out, took in the sights of Canyon and Amarillo, and getting ready for the national championship here shortly.
What are the sites? What's good in Canyon?
So not much in Canyon, but it's just about 20 miles south of Amarillo. So we went to the Big Texan last night, steakhouse, and had a nice steak there. So yeah, and just beautiful weather. Today was right around 70 degrees, so can't ask for much better.
How many ounces? I feel like they look at you badly in those restaurants if you don't go at least like 20 ounces or something like that on your steak.
Yeah, mine was a little bit more than that. I think mine was 24. So.
Okay, yeah, you're good then. You're good. All right, let's go ahead. Usually now, well, first of all, before we flip the camera, now I was looking at the website just to kind of look at the stadium, at Bain Schaefer Buffalo Stadium. Now, on the lead sentence on their website, Sean, they say West Texas A&M is home to the premier NCAA Division II college football facility in the country. Now, you and I have seen a lot of good facilities in the state of Kansas. So, in your opinion, does West Texas A&M in the stadium, does it live up to be the premier one in the country for D2?
Yeah, definitely. It is.
Okay.
Not too big, not too small, just kind of a perfect size. And yeah, it is definitely really nice. That's for sure.
All right, we'll go ahead and let you flip over. Give us a tour of where you guys are at and the setup here.
All right, so we're in the TV booth for home, but so walk in here and nice double-decker setup is we go up here, and this is kind of just extra stuff up here just in case. Nothing too crazy up here. And then down here is where all the fun stuff happens. So this is my spot charts right here, my headset. I've got my binoculars over here. And there's our tie line unit to connect to the station. And there's my broadcast partner, Darren Dunn. There's where he will be set up here in just a little bit. And then looking out here, Bain Schaefer Buffalo Stadium. And you can see right here why it is one of the premier stadiums in all of Division II football.
That is nice. All right, so looking at your charts, like what do you have to have on your charts to feel ready? Like, is there any certain information that you have to have?
No, not necessarily. I mean, a good partner or a good friend of ours is Gerard Wellbrock, and these are his templates. So got all the Iowa Western offense right here, tight ends, quarterbacks, running backs, offensive linemen, receivers, and then there's Hutch defense. And really like to have a lot of, just the tackles, especially on the defensive side, sacks, those kind of things. And then I like to have notes on, especially the starters. Like Malachi Marshall, a starting quarterback for Iowa Western. He transferred in from Stony Brook, which Stony Brook is coached by former Butler Grizzly Billy Kosh, and he helped guide the Butler to the national title in 2012. So that's just kind of a small nugget that I'll throw in tonight, as that kind of ties back into the Jayhawk Conference.
All right, your live reads. How do you work through your live reads?
Yeah, so we got a broadcast booth sponsor, and then I've got several different live reads throughout the broadcast. We've got a first down sponsor, a red zone sponsor, and all that kind of stuff. So really, a lot of it is, as repetition, and especially, once at this point in the season, this is game number 12 of the season. So kind of know all that by heart, and really don't even have to look at my cards anymore, as kind of know what to say and when to say it. So it kind of just goes with the flow.
So you had a 6 o'clock kickoff. Like, are you prepared for any type of glare? Have you tested the nighttime there in the press box?
Luckily, we were here last year for the national championship right here. We were actually a couple booths down over there. So, yeah, we kind of know the lay of the land and got everything set up yesterday. And kind of went through everything, made sure the internet was connected. We got a good strong reading on all that kind of stuff to connect back to the studio. So it shouldn't be a problem here tonight under the lights, as we're just a little over an hour away from the sun starting to set.
Usually we try to bring in, these high school looks at some of the press boxes across the state of Kansas, Sean. But for you, like with Hutchinson Community College, I was looking at the roster. I think there's anywhere between 30 and 40 Kansas kids on the roster. Whether or not, they're redshirting or playing, they're still on that roster. Like, who are some of the Kansas products that have really made a big impact for Hutchinson this year?
Well, definitely. I mean, the first one you point out is Tegan Haynes. He's a sophomore from McPherson. He had a really good standout career at McPherson High School. Then was at Garden City Community College last year, and then decided to come back closer to home. And now he's a Blue Dragon. He actually, he's got 63 tackles right now on the season, and one of the leaders of that defensive unit. And he's been a lot of fun to watch and really just continue to mature as a football player. And then the offensive side, LT Robinson Jr. is a guy that was at Wichita East, and he has really come on strong here lately. And our kicker, I'm looking down the kicker right now, Alejandro de la Poza. Now, he's originally from Spain, but he actually, a fun story about him is he went to Sunrise Christian Academy in Bel Air. So, he was in Kansas before making the short trip over to Hutch. So, there's a lot of Kansas guys out there on the field.
And like, I'm never going to get into debate, like, whether or not there should be Kansas kids or whatever on the rosters, but like, it is kind of cool. Like, do you feel that too? Like calling, like collegiate games when there is a Kansas kid that's making an impact?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's, I think the Kansas Jayhawk Community College Conference, was built on Kansas. And so it's great to see so many Kansas guys out there, and whether it be for Hutch or any other, junior college program in the state, it's great to see, the coaching staffs give Kansas guys a chance. And a lot of them have, went through Hutch and other different programs around the state, and have really shined not only in the Jayhawk Conference, but also, at the Division I level as well.
All right, Sean, appreciate the time, and bring home another natty, okay?
Sounds good. Appreciate it, Cole.
That is Sean Boston, the radio voice of the Hutchinson Blue Dragons, getting set for the national championship with our Behind the Mic.